This is my radio show. I'm Russell Scott Day. The Intendor. Sometimes my humor I don't know. I did stand-up comedy to improve my humor. And try and learn how to laugh. You know, a joke is a right question, the wrong answer to the right question. I may be a little bit cerebral, even after all the work. So this is the read from my feed. I just finished the book History by Elsa Magagina, I believe. It says here, History, a novel, Elsa Morante. She said she wrote it for the ignorant, I believe. I can't find the little kitty and the that's a pretty painful book. So, company's helpful. I'm not done crying, and it hardly needs for me to endorse it, since it is well known in the other West, in every home in Italy, I hear. She wrote it for the ignorant, and you become again ignorant, no matter what smart thing you think you know. And shared from History. Then I wrote I got up earlier today, and I wrote a series of tweets. The Netherlands would be able to quickly adopt the Intendor or not do so to protect itself from the euro. The Intendor is whole life for all, using partial share of equity as basis for the currency, nationalistic, creating loyalty for nations. My cousin Andrew White wrote, my cousin Russell has long been calling for tearing down Monument Avenue in Richmond for a long, long time now. Perhaps his time has come. There's a picture of who? Yeah, Robert E. Lee, a well-dressed traitorous pervert from all I could read. And I tried to give him a chance as a good general, and he's not. He wasn't. He was way too political. Grant was a better general. I mean, it's obvious he won. It would have been it would have been even Steven probably if Grant had been in charge the whole time. He had the wisdom to take Mississippi while Lee was trying to invade the North. Think of that. They cry about their invasion by Sherman, but they sure attempted to invade themselves. It was pretty well stupid. All of it because they'd played games with mortgages on people's lives. Somebody wrote, the righteous logic of the neo-Confederate watershed. I think this is the third post I've started with some version of this incredulity, but I still cannot believe the Charleston massacre has triggered quite this total collapse of support, not just for flying the Confederate battle flag in places of honor at Southern, and it's from TalkingPointMemo.com. And then I wrote, I think for good spite, all of them, the 3,900, ought to be craned away from the CSA states and put in the State of the Union somewhere altogether, from which the Union's free men, free labor, at least able to walk and paid in money of their own, went to fight to free slave labor and prevent its spread into the new territories and states. Racism is the invention of the owners of capital pleased by the division of labor. Well, it's a reinvention. The honest men and women who work now in the hands of extreme wage slavery, interns waste their days of strength in useless hope of someday being the boss, or at least paid, and it is a boon for all of the universities and colleges, eager for government contracts. Rochester, New York is significant. What with U of R now, the leading employer and their government contracts. The town has been dominated often by the CIA. RIT was revealed as CIA. The company I worked for there, Page Avjet, was owned by the CIA, and MI5, or was it MI6, military intelligence. And the CIA ownership disappeared into Malaysia. It was not run like a real company. And I got hurt, and I was defeated by thieves who were given all this great regard for having been there longer than I, regardless of whether I was a better employee. Seniority has its downside, I'll tell you that. I wrote again about the intro dollar. That's my gift to y'all. Currency, what the currency is based on matters quite a lot. I lost a show. I did another poster. Voting labor frightens the ones who decide who gets the money. The job's not done till you do the paperwork. Vote, vote, vote. That was one of my posters. And I've put all my posters and things that I've made, sometimes on purpose and sometimes by accident, on Russell Scott Day's Facebook page, of all places, to be serious. Founder of Transcendia. There goes by Bathtub Fukushima. Let's see what's in the home feed. Greg Meyer, Confederate license plates. Who has the authority to stop production? Senator Berger's comments are an obvious example of an elected official refusing to do the right thing by passing the buck. The General Assembly clearly has the ability to determine exactly what special plates are available. It's time to scrap the plate. That's from Greg Meyer, who is my representative in the Congress. What a legislature is not the senator. Senator, let's see, Senator is Valerie Foushee, who I did speak with long enough for her to tell me that she had been involved in plotting the destruction of Horace Williams, the local community airport, owned by the university or managed by the university or owned by the people of the state, used as a private airport, denying benefits to all classes except the elites, and part of a magnificent land grab and a long big lie about its closure. Let's see. North Carolina Public Radio, WUNC. Two of the most powerful officials in the state are pointing fingers at each other in a dispute over who has the authority to stop the production of Confederate license plates. 1%. It says I side 100% with Bernie Sanders came up next. Solar City, get paid by the sun. Invest direct with zero fee. This morning, 6 justices of the Supreme Court, including Republican appointees John Roberts and Anthony Kennedy, upheld Obamacare's insurance subsidies nationwide. That was important news. Of course, doesn't go far enough. The Intentdor goes far enough. But I'm glad it's a start, and it's been upheld. It's important. It's important. You'd be surprised, 20 years ago, by in the blink of an eye. Derek Hutchinson is a friend of mine, Del the Cat, and he's one of the engineers left in my circle of friends, now moved to Facebook after I was banned from CR4, owned now by IHS, the intelligence company. The intelligence company IHS could replace the CIA, which the CIA and NSA ought to be disbanded. They have too much private agenda. But banks, I just received a check for $150 for an article I wrote. Nationwide Building Society informed me they have recently stopped accepting checks in foreign currency. Santander said if I opened an account, they would pay it in for a £10 fee. Presumably, there are some particularly arduous keystrokes involved. The people pressing the keys is sitting on their arse doing nothing anyway. So where is the cost? HSBC said they'll do it if I opened an account, but only if I could open an account if I had 500 monthly going in. FFS. Financial services industry is neither an industry nor a science or a service. Well, he wrote service. I've got on to the people who sent the check asking for it to be paid into my PayPal account. The banks are going to shoot themselves in the foot soon, or hopefully simply fuck off. That's why they don't want you to have cash, among other reasons. Healthcare stocks soar after Obamacare victory in Supreme Court. And I'm running out of time. Good news for Bernie Sanders. Thank you very much. We'll smile on through it, and I hope you will support me as I have the temerity to believe I could run and capture space in TV land, starting with YouTube. Thank you very, very much if you've watched this.